what you got to experience there is the technology packed Aquabug 550, which I don't think is 550 horsepower, but I'll let you be the judge. This is a motor I use for winter crabbing for the fact that it's air cooled, so I don't need to worry about flushing it if the hose is frozen. And it's got a lot of surprising advantages over your other garage sale outboards like your Ted Williams or your Sea King air cooled, and I've had those before, so I speak of true experience, is when you shift those other outboards, the transmission literally is like beheading the engine from the drive shaft. There's a little coupler that just pulls apart, and it's very crude and very clunky, and you have to have the RPMs almost down to nothing to engage that. These little Aquabugs made by Tanaka actually have a full gear shift. You can see the forward and reverse, and it has the the modern sliding dog clutch between the two gears. The forward gear is the one facing forward on the lower end, and the reverse is the back, and neutral is when the dog clutch is not engaged in either one of the gears, and it's just not even spinning on the propeller shaft. But once you ram that that dog clutch into one of the gears, that's the clunking you hear. Even on your brand new outboard, you'll hear that grinding and clunking. That's that dog clutch sliding into one of the driven gears. This motor, interestingly enough, has a centrifugal clutch right below the engine. So when you shift into gear, you're actually there's no noise, there's no clanking and clunking, and then that centrifugal clutch, once it starts revving up, engages the drive shaft, which engages the driven gears, and then the propeller starts turning. And if you don't know what a centrifugal clutch is, imagine if you had like an octopus, and you were spinning it in, and you were twisting the octopus inside of a turning barrel, but there was nothing turning the barrel. But as you spun the octopus faster and faster, the tentacles or the legs would spread out and start grabbing the edges of that barrel, and that's what that centrifugal clutch does. It's just weighted pulls with rubber pads held on by a fairly substantial spring, and once that spring, once the turning of the engine is stronger than the spring, the pawls come out and grab the barrel, which engages the drive shaft. Another interesting thing about these is the Ted Williams and the Sea Kings have actually a little rubber water pump that to cool the exhaust, which no one ever replaces, and you just burn up your exhaust real quick. This one actually has a tube that forces water from the propeller spins, and it throws water up a sling up into the exhaust box right there. So it's kind of neat. It's a completely carefree engine. These are garage sale specials. You can get them anywhere between free and $100 for a perfect example. So I just have fun with it. I mean, it's loud and clunky, but compared to my Ted Williams, this is a real dream boat. So I will see if it'll start again. It's getting a little cranky here. Now you're not gonna hear any clunking when I put it into gear. Okay, well maybe I had the RPM up a little high, but really that centrifugal clutch, once you get the RPMs low enough, it won't actually spin the propeller. So you can even have it in gear, and if you go slow enough up to the beach and the engine is really low, you're actually not in gear anyway. There's nothing pushing that propeller. And like I said, the prop wash is pushing water up a tiny little tube into that exhaust box, and that's keeping that cool. And the engine is cool with an internal fan and just water being splashed up the back of it. So anyway, that's the Aquabug. Hope you liked it, and appreciate if you subscribe. I got a lot of fun things coming up this summer. Thank you very much. Bye.